It's 1990, no Rocky movies have been made in the past 5 years. Originally, Rocky was supposed to die in the ring in Rocky 4. Yeah, pretty dark, but obviously that didn't even happen. So after the over-the-top addition to this series, we go back to basics for Rocky 5 in 1990. This movie was originally seen as the last of the Rocky series, and it brought us back to the rough and tough streets of Philly. John Avildsen even returned to direct this, as he was the director of the first Rocky. Unfortunately for everyone involved with the movie, this was regarded by many as the absolute worst of this series for many reasons. But why? We have the original director, all the actors are comfortable in their roles. What happened? Well, let's take a look. So we pick up right after Rocky 4 ends, and we see Rocky in the locker room, and he can't stop shaking. Right here is when we know this movie is going to be more depressing than uplifting. We head back to the estate of Rocco as he reunites with his son. Hey, wait a minute! What the fucking hell? In Rocky 4, his son is about 8 years old, and when he comes back a few weeks later, the kid is fucking 14? I know, everybody mentions this when talking about the movie. Well, the thing is, Sylvester Stallone brought in his real son, Sage, to play Rocky Jr. when the movie was in production, and it's basically just lazy filmmaking. Anyway, Rocky Jr. realizes there's something out of the ordinary with this old man when he gets home.
Violate you like a parking meter.
It cost you a quarter.
Oh, yo, man. Why'd you not talk dirty like
Uncle Paul, you notice something strange about Dad?
He just took a few hard shots.
So it appears that Rocky is all done with fighting, seeing as he was hit 700 times in the head by a Russian rhinoceros. Also, we head back to the house when you think things just couldn't get any worse. Paulie went and fucked things up real bad.
What happened here? Huh? What's gone?
The money, everything, it's all gone.
So apparently Paulie lost the hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars Rocky has, and it really makes no sense at all. So fuck it. Rocky's screwed. Let's all go back to the alley where the bird's been the past 14 years. Rocky's reliving a memory of something Mickey said to him, which features the last appearance of Burgess Meredith in the series.
And you do right. That's pretty, that's very pretty.
What do you call it, a motivation? Huh? To stay alive? Because I think that people die sometimes when they don't want to live no more.
Nature's smarter than people think.
This little angel is going to whisper in your ear. He's going to say, "Get up, you son of a bitch!" Because Mickey loves you. Okay?
So the family moves back into Paulie's old place, which is supposedly the most important thing to happen in Philadelphia ever. So Rocky's running the gym, training fighters, giving wisdom, living an average life. That is until this douchebag comes along trying to convince Rocky to get back into fighting. And it's like every cheesy villain. I wonder who he's supposed to be like. Just pick your choice of who's the bigger shithead. So Rocky refuses to keep on fighting because of his condition. Then we meet Tommy Gunn. Yeah. Who's played by a real former boxer, Tommy Morrison. Rocky gets himself acquainted with the young polite fighter and begins to bond with him, even if it does call for some awkward moments.
See, my old man, he used to drink a lot, seriously. He'd go out with his friends and tie one on, then he'd come home and look to punch on me, you know. He'd punch on my mother, too. He did that a lot of times. You know, so growing up, I never really thought about fighting anybody but my father. You know, when I was 13, I got in trouble at school. He tied me down and he whipped me so bad I couldn't walk for a week. She couldn't do anything. But I tell you, the first guy I ever knocked out was my father. And now when I get in the ring, it's like all I see is him. It's kind of sick, huh?
Hey, old Tommy, at least you had an old man to knock out, you know.
This, however, upsets Rocky Jr., who feels he's being neglected by his dad, and he needs his help because he's getting his ass kicked by the school bully. Boring! So little Rocky Jr. starts to train by himself while Rocky trains Tommy. And Tommy's doing great. Hey, come on, seriously! I don't care about his son, it's Rocky fucking 5, show us Rocky! His son beats up the bully, which shows his childhood violence is okay.
That's great, kid. That's beautiful.
Rocky, however, is more concentrated on working with Tommy and treats him as a member of the family too. Hey kid, sorry your dad is a polite, hospitable person. I'm sure a lot of kids in the world would hate to have a father like that. So Robert walks around with his buddies trying to be a badass, which just makes him look like the gay love child of Elton John and Paul McCartney. As Tommy is approaching fame, we get the big douchebag blab in his mouth more and more why Tommy should just ditch Rocky and join him. And let's do a short quiz, guys. What do you think Tommy does? If you guessed D, you're right, because douchebag is the word of the day. So Tommy screws over Rocky, which eliminates all possible chances of him being a likable character at all. And oh yeah, he becomes the heavyweight champion. And Rocky is the only good thing about the movie. Too bad we don't fucking get enough of him. We get more of his son and Tommy. So the douchebag promoter urges Tommy that he call out Rocky to fight because his status as champion will never be credible unless he defeats Rocky, who was the last champion before he retired. So he does so. He comes back to call out Rocky at the Lucky 7 tap. And as everyone is trying to keep things from escalating, Paulie melts off to Tommy and gets dropped like a bad habit. So that results in...
You knocked him down. Why don't you try knocking me down now?
No, in the ring. Tommy Gunn only fights in the ring. Let's get out of here.
My ring's outside.
Yeah? Let's do it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see a brawl. Finally, something entertaining after seeing his son bitch and moan. Oh yeah, this is awesome. Oh, sick. Shut up! The fight is awesome, probably the best part of the movie. Also, which gave it a PG-13 rating. And in the end, Rocky comes out on top, embarrassing Tommy, although he does have regret of having to fight. But there's one more person he has to take care of. Hit the douche, hit the douche, hit the douche, hit the douche. Yeah! So Rocky wins over the neighborhood and accomplishes... nothing else. We head over to the museum where Rocky and his son are going to actually check out art. And Rocky briefly reflects on all the time he spent running these stairs, and this is actually a great part of the movie. Oh, too bad it's the end. Yeah. Fitting ending scene, not a fitting ending movie. Now for the serious part of the review. Rocky V is just upsetting because it doesn't feel like we see enough of Rocky. It has mixed messages about standing up for yourself, shown by his son's actions, and shown by the ending fight. It's well acted, but it just doesn't give a satisfying feeling at the end. It's not all bad. Most of the emotional scenes are pretty good, but they're drowned out by the drama with the son, which is why I think most people really don't like this movie. For a long time, this was the bitter ending of a great series turned cliché. That is, until 2006.
You're out of time, you're out of place, look at your face.